Bo Nickal just crossed the line, and what he said about Colby Covington could end his UFC career. The tension between Bo Nickal and Colby Covington didn't start in a cage or during fight build-up. It exploded unexpectedly at a real American freestyle press conference. Despite being on the card for completely different matchups, Covington went out of his way to verbally attack Nickal, throwing insults and dismissive comments at the undefeated middleweight. The exchange felt less like promotional trash talk and more like genuine hostility, catching fans off guard and instantly creating a storyline that neither fighter had planned. What made it more intriguing was that the feud was sparked in a wrestling setting, not the UFC, yet it may now lead to a high-profile octagon clash. Bo Nickal made it clear that this matchup only became realistic once Colby Covington started talking about moving up to middleweight. Nickal admitted Covington was never on his radar before, but the combination of trash talk at the press conference and Colby's public plans to leave welterweight changed everything. From Nickal's perspective, the timing is perfect. He's an undefeated rising star at 185, while Covington is coming off a long UFC absence and searching for relevance after losing 3 of his last 4 fights. Nickal also sees the fight as high reward with little downside. Beating a former interim title challenger like Covington would instantly boost his profile, especially if it happens on a major card like the rumored UFC White House event. Stylistically, Nickal believes Covington's grinding wrestling approach would not translate well against a bigger, stronger middleweight with elite collegiate wrestling credentials. To Nickal, the move up in weight doesn't reset Covington's career. It simply places him directly in front of a dangerous new generation that's ready to replace him. If you want real UFC updates without fake hype, hit subscribe to MMA Thread right now. What separates this call-out from standard UFC trash talk is how personal Bo Nickal has made it. He hasn't framed the fight as a business opportunity or a stepping stone. He's framed it as something he genuinely wants for emotional reasons. Nickal openly said Covington's behavior rubbed him the wrong way, describing him as disrespectful, ignorant, and someone he would take pleasure in beating. That level of hostility suggests this isn't manufactured hype, but real animosity. From a competitive standpoint, Nickal showed zero hesitation in predicting a one-sided outcome. He claimed Covington wouldn't survive the first round, confidently stating he would overwhelm him both physically and mentally. Nickal believes Covington's pressure-heavy style would play directly into his strengths, allowing him to impose his wrestling early and finish the fight decisively. For Nickal, this isn't about proving he belongs. It's about making a statement and potentially ending Covington's relevance in the UFC altogether. Bo Nickal didn't just attack Colby Covington as a fighter. He questioned his standing with the UFC itself. According to Nickal, the promotion has grown frustrated with Covington due to his inactivity, recent losses, and ongoing controversies. This claim gained more traction after Dana White publicly admitted it was strange that Covington still remains ranked in the welterweight top 15 despite not winning consistently or competing regularly. Nickal suggested that this tension could put Covington in a difficult position moving forward. If the UFC truly isn't happy with him, they may stop protecting his matchmaking and instead force him into high-risk fights against younger, hungrier contenders. Nickal framed their potential matchup as exactly that kind of test, a fight Covington might be pressured to accept just to stay relevant. In Nickal's view, the UFC could eventually present Covington with an ultimatum: take the fight or risk being phased out entirely. Subscribe to MMA Thread for daily UFC news, drama, and fight updates.